Hello and welcome to the latest Ascari and Boyum Inspect product overview webinar. I'm Alan Hughes, I'm the Solutions Director at Ascari, and I'm pleased to say I'm joined with Rosie from Boyum. And today is a general introduction about how Inspect as a cloud app can help you and your business get more from what you're trying to achieve in your SAP Business One system. Please, Rosie, introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Alan. So nice speaking to you again. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. My name is Rosie Coronado. I'm a solution advisor with Boyum. And if you have not heard yet, we do have different apps which you plug into your SAP database, and one of them is called Inspect, which basically is quality control for SAP Business One, which means no more UDFs and filling in data manually. You really have a solution now for your quality control process in SAP. So I will go through a few slides. I will introduce it to you, and then I'm going to jump into the system really quick and show it to you. So what are the key benefits with the cloud apps from Boyum? They are role-based. So what is missing? Think about it. What's missing in SAP? We don't have quality control. So you have a solution for a quality control manager and also for an operator who actually executes the quality control orders. Okay, the setup is really quick. It's very easy to use. Okay, for the users to get trained on. And automations. If you guys know Boyum products, we are all about automations. You want the system to work for you and not you for the system. Okay, those are apps. Where did my mouse go? Our cloud apps. We have 3 different apps, just to let you know. We have Build, we have Produce, we have Inspect. Today we're going to talk about Inspect. If you need more information about the other ones, Ascari always has webinars running, so please join their webinars. But Produce is basically terminals for SAP Business One, a shop floor app where you have terminals, you have full visibility on the shop floor. We have Build, which is a product management where you can build your bill of material on this app, do cost calculation before you load it up to SAP. But let's talk about Inspect. So it's a missing function in SAP Business One. We know that, okay? So where does it come in your SAP Business One? So all these gray and blue boxes, you know that's SAP modules and processes, but Inspect comes in when you receive goods in. You want to create inspection orders, maybe for certain vendors, maybe for a certain item group, whatever. You can automate it that inspection orders will be created when you receive goods in, or after production, or during production. You see the shop floor module, that's Produce, that's the other app. So you can create quality control orders during production, after production, and when you receive goods in, all automatically. So what are the key benefits? You know, automation again. You have terminal access. You buy tablets for your inspectors and they walk around and they see, oh, there's an inspection order. Let me go and check 5 of those samples. It will tell the inspectors how many samples they have to check. Okay, and real-time visibility. You guys know there's nothing. To me, a system always needs to have real time, and you need to know what's going on in the system. Okay, and these apps do that because you know exactly if this inspection order, for example, is being worked on, how many samples they have checked, is it failing, is it going through? So everything is right in front of you. Okay, so you see right here, this is just a little shop floor. You receive goods in, you can use it after production and during production. I mentioned this already. I just like this little picture. So with Inspect, you get 2 different licenses. You have 2 different licenses. You have the manager. Okay, the manager sets up the scenarios. They set up when there should be an inspection order, what should be inspected. Do I have to measure something? Do I have to weight something? Is it just a yes and no question? So all this will be set up on the manager side. Okay, and of course the manager has full visibility of what's going on there too. And then you have the inspector tablet. this person is not holding a tablet necessarily, but you have a tablet, inspection orders pop up, they click on it, they know exactly where this inspection order came from. Did it come from a goods receipt? Did it come from a production? Did it come from wherever? And they can execute the inspection order. So how does it work? I'm going to go in here. You access the apps through a browser. That's the beauty of it. Connected to your database, you access them on a browser. Those are all free apps, but we're going to talk about Inspect. So Inspect Manager, the manager comes to work, logs in, they see all the different inspection orders. Okay, they see for what item, they see the dates, they see the quantity, they see the status. Status means, oh, this has been completed, but it failed. Of course, you want to see the detail, what was going on. So you can always click here and it opens up this inspection order and you see that there was 2 samples. They had to check, it failed. And I see it came from a goods receipt from this vendor, from this date, and so on. And I can also say, okay, I'm going to print a quality certificate for this vendor and send it to them because I want to show them that the products they sent me were not good. Okay, so you have full visibility right here, and you see all those inspection orders came from during production. So something it triggered it during production. Those are from goods receipt, and then of course you can have after production, or you always can have a manual inspection order. You always, of course, the flexibility. You can always create one manually. I found some pieces in a corner, 200 pieces. They gotta inspect it. So, but here are all the inspection order, and you see here, you see in progress. So if I click on this, you see there is 6 samples they have to check and everything is failing. Sorry about that. Just demos better when it fails, but of course you want to have green. And you see they need to check 2 more samples. Okay, so I'm the manager, I have full visibility of what's going on. Then what you do here, you do your setup, you create your measurement units. I don't care what you need, you just create them here. That has nothing to do with your database. It's so flexible because every customer needs something else. They need to do humidity check. They need to check this, that. So you just set it up here. You set up your sampling plans. So sampling plans is, well, I have to do certain samples. Okay, so you can do a fixed plan. It doesn't matter. You always have to check 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, or you put rules in there. You know, Boyum products, we're all about. You put the rules and the system does it for you. So you see, hey, let's talk about receiving in from production or goods receipt. If I receive in between 1 and 20, 10% samples, 21 to 50, 20% samples, and the system will calculate it for you. So if I receive in 30, it will do 6 samples because it's 20%. So you set up the rules and you see you can have more than 1 rule. And then you set up your inspection plans. So the inspection plans, again, you can have many different ones. And you go and say, you name it, of course. Okay, then you say, for example, the first one, I'm just going to look at it. It's a okay or not okay. Okay, but you can always put, if it's not okay, you got to put a defect code, and which is beautiful because you can report on it. So here I'm saying, if they say on this inspection plan, if they say not okay, they got to put one of those defect codes. Okay, then the second one is a measurement, millimeters, minimum, maximum, desired. Okay, very simple. Of course, you can do a third test. You can third test. You can do another attribute test or a variable test. Okay, you can do another yes or no, passed or no, or you measure something, you put weight something, whatever you need. So I just have 2, but of course you can have 6, 10, whatever works for you on the tests. So all this is set up here, but then comes the beauty, the automation. And guys, this is beautiful. You have 3 tabs here. You have goods receipt, you have in production, and you have production receipt. So what are my rules when I receive items in? And now all your setup you did on the inspection plan, sampling plan come in here right now. So you name it, it's rule 2. That's the name. I'm using this inspection plan for this rule. I'm using this sampling plan for this rule. And this is my condition. You can always say and or. And you can say if an item or item group or item property or supplier is equal or is not equal to this, I want the system to create an inspection plan for every line on the document, in this case, goods receipt, or per batch. It's totally up to you. And I want to release it automatically because otherwise me as the manager have to release the inspection order so the inspectors can see it. Otherwise they won't see it. Of course, I'm going to release it automatically because I want them to start working on it. So you set up all your logic here. But what's also nice is if, let's say, you receive batch items in as a locked, you can say if the inspection order passes, release the batch in SAP. It's real time, guys, okay? So I get a goods receipt in SAP, the inspection orders come dropping in here. It is real time, it looks at each other, okay? So that's my rule with goods receipt. Now, in production, I have only one here. It's a little bit different because it's doing production. So I can say, hey, if it's this operation or this operation, I want to create an inspection plan. Okay, or by product, or by customer, product group, property. So that's doing production. And what it is, on the produce app, if I log in my terminal and there's an inspection order, it tells the production person, hey, there's an inspection order. If it was already done, it says it passed or it failed, or it says, hey, this inspection order needs to be done. So it does go hand in hand, okay? Doesn't mean you have to have both products. I don't want to confuse you, but it does go hand in hand because we have here doing production. And of course, I want the people on the production floor see if there's an inspection order or not. And then we have production receipt. I'm receiving some items from production. Again, I can say, hey, if it's for this customer item, item group, item property, then I want to have these rules. You set up the rules, and that's when everything is automatic. If I look here, I have 50. I received, what is it, goods receipt 50. So I believe that's 20%, I think. It did 10 samples. It does it all automatically because it looks at your rules. You don't have to go back and do it manually. You set up the rules, it does it for you. Okay, there's one in production. It passed. Inspection order passed. Okay, this was for operation 3. Okay, this is my inspection production order number. So everything is right here. You have everything at your fingertips. No more filling in UDFs manually, yes, passed or not. You have it all here. Okay. Here you see the statuses. And what I was talking about, the ones they are not released, the inspectors cannot see. I have to release it and then they can see it. That's why I'm a big fan of releasing it automatically. So that's the manager, full visibility. Here, I log on a terminal. Here, I'm the inspector and I see all the inspection orders that have been released. I see the ones maybe I'm working on. You see the one is yellow. That means I'm working on this inspection order. Oops. You see, there we go. And I see I had 4 samples out of 6. I need to complete 2 more, inspection order 10. This is coming from a goods receipt and so on. So let's look at inspection order 10 here. I want you to see something. I think the meeting is slowing me down a little bit, but that's okay. So there is 10. Okay. So you see 4 are done. And 2 more need to go. Now, what I want you to see is I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to say this was 0.4. Oh, see, this is why I'm failing it because I'm not putting in the numbers right. Lazy fingers. And then I'm going to say this is 2800 and I'm going to say next. So now I did 5 out of 6 samples. Okay. So if I go back to the manager now, if I go back here, and I'm going to refresh this 10 inspection order, what I want you to see, it's real time. You see, now I see the 5th one passed because I just did it. So very important for you to know it's real time. And then the inspector just goes through it and finishes it up. Okay, so the inspector, very simple to learn because they go in here, they just click on one of the inspection orders. They can also drop it down here to see the details. They see what they need to do, how many samples they need to do. There's 2 samples. They do their inspection, finish it, review order, and send it back to the manager. And the manager has full visibility on what's going on with the inspection order. Did it pass? Did it fail? And so on. So it's looks at your SAP, it looks at your production orders, and also for you guys to know that this inspect is pushing the results back into SAP to some tables, so you can do actually your own reporting and make your own dashboards, your own quality control dashboards. Okay, so that was a very short overview. Very important for you guys to know is you do have a quality control solution now for SAP. It's called Inspect. You have the manager where everything is set up, full visibility. Then you have the inspector license, the ones there on the floor walking around, maybe with the tablet, and inspect their items for you. Back to you, Alan.
Thank you, Ruth. It really is a simple to use solution based on tablets. It just allows you to get on with dealing with quality requirements of your business, whether you're manufacturing or in distribution. Everyone in those businesses always wants to be on top of quality control, and this is a great way of doing it. It works perfectly with our cloud platform on AWS, being a native native cloud client itself. And as ever, our working relationship with Boyum is excellent. And with Boyum being so successful around the world with so many SAP Business One partners nowadays, you know you're buying into something that's going to continually be developed and improved. That's the key thing. It's not you're not a business, are you, Rosie, that stands still?
That's correct. Yeah, and as Alan said, Ascaris are one of our gold partners, very strong in our products. So yes, absolutely. And what I forgot to say, Alan, is if somebody on this call or somebody maybe listening to the recording would like to have a one-to-one demonstration, please contact Alan.
Oh, please do. It's you know, we're very happy to help anybody who's got a query or a real requirement for this sort of solution, because without it, SAP Business One doesn't do it, and you have to go and do something outside of the system, which defeats the reason for investing in Business One in the first place. So this is a real move, a positive step forward.
That's right.
Right, thank you very much, Rosie. We'll close it there, but as I say, anyone listening or viewing this at a later event on social media, please contact Ascari. We'll be very happy to help you. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me, Alan. Bye-bye.